Welcome to the African Album Review Podcast, where we review Africa's best and latest music projects.
In the production world, when you hear the name Angel City, maybe it doesn't ring a bell, but trust me, you know who it is. Here's an album review for Angel City's new album titled Sunlight. Africa, Moody say. My name is Wemoto and I welcome you to the African Album Review Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today, my people. How you doing? Me, I'm doing good. I cannot complain. You know what? There's a lot of music dropping. Like, this first half of 2021 has been crazy with the drops, so my schedule is full, but I'll do my best to bring you as many album reviews as I can. And of course, thank you for the support. Let's do this thing.
The latest African album review is
Sunlight by Angel City was released on May 7th under Black Buddha Music. It has 16 songs, 1 hour 7 minutes runtime, and produced by Angel City, aka Yeah.
Album Review.
Let's analyze the music.
All or Nothing gives you a look into boom bap beats without the hard-hitting raps. And that's an interesting angle. You know, those thumping beats, but no lyrics, nothing. You just have to make it up in your head. The clean snare and shakers on this song made me recognize the realness. It's classic, old school. If you do like a good guitar riff that's catchy, then the song Atwender, which is spelled H-W-U-N-D-A, yeah, I liked that. Well, this song could do you some good as a listen from this album. The combination with the deep kick gives this eclectic blend that still has a hip-hop and R&B feel, but normally when you get that guitar, you know, sometimes it might stray. But this one is unique because it really stays in that lane. When I heard the song Galivan for the first time, I started wondering if this kind of beat was created in the bad boy camp. Around the late 90s, they were making music that has this cool factor, and you could really pinpoint a lot of it, that particular sound, because of some of the instrumentation. For example, they used a highly prominent triangle in the context of the genre, and it was a top sound. Galivan took me right there. It sounded like a beat from that camp, and you start wondering now, what are Angel City's influences, or what were Angel City's influences when he was making this album? The song Natalie has some of the most amazing keys in the melody, and it has the hallmarks of that late 90s, early 2000s R&B where somebody like a Joe Thomas, Case, maybe RL could do some crazy things on the vocals. You connect with the emotion right away from the moment the song starts. And what made me sad about this song is the fact that a huge artist at the time, at least, didn't get the chance to turn this into a mega hit because it should have been. An interesting part about this song is that it's named after Angel City's first girlfriend that he went out with in 1992. 92. Bruh. I believe they still talk to this day. And our friends, of course. So talk about the longevity. This is like 30 years later. I'd put the song Sad Cowboy Song. The song Said Cowboy Song. That just rolls off the tongue. I would put that song on the same platform as Natalie in the sweetness of the melody and hit potential. Man, you know what I thought? Get Montel Jordan on this. Not like gospel Montel Jordan, but this is how we do it. Montel Jordan. Bro, let me stop. Esmeralda instantly connected with me for one reason in particular. It sounds like a hybrid between Destiny's Child on Independent Woman and Noriega's Super Thug. Think about it for a minute. And before you ask me how, go listen to both songs and come back on that. Considering that Natalie is named after Angel City's first girlfriend, my question to Angel City is Esmeralda named after another love? Do tell us, bro.
Album review.
The technical side of things.
Just looking at the whole album and what it sounded like, I actually see a producer that was highly influenced by American hip-hop and R&B at the time, and did their best to replicate the sound and just made some banger beats for fun, which didn't come out until 2021. And my understanding is these beats were made around 98, 99, somewhere there. Like I mentioned before, my only regret is that these beats could not really find worthy artists to do their thing on them. For example, Busta Rhymes on Momotaro would have been the most amazing track, and then SWV on, I think it's Jiggy Jiggy or Gigi Gigi, I don't know how to pronounce this one. SWV on that track would have been a guaranteed hit, honestly. But such is life. Sometimes the best beats do not get many artists. I'ma keep it 100 with you. I'm actually pissed about all this because we don't get to say how amazing a song that doesn't exist is, because it doesn't exist. The upside though is we get a pure Angel City album out of it, of beats that were just sitting on the shelf for however long. Sonically, the balance was there on every track. However, the music makes even more sense when you're actually privy to what music like that is meant to sound like, based on the hits from the late 90s to early 2000s.
Album review.
The final thoughts.
Sunlight by Angel City is actually a time capsule, and that's what makes it super interesting and intriguing at the same time. These beats were made around 98, 99, like I said, if you can believe it. And here's what's unique. The beats are actually ahead of their time in many respects. They still sound as amazing now as they did when they were created, so they do have a lot of longevity in them. What I resonated with was that the artists and songs I grew up loving, especially in hip-hop and R&B, really came through to me courtesy of listening to Sunlight by Angel City. That's an amazing way to actually feel music. I ended up going on YouTube to find some of these artists because of the nostalgia invoked by listening to Angel City. How crazy is that? Angel City made an album which made me listen to other people's music. I don't even know how to explain it. Honestly, I do have plenty of favorites on Sunlight. I have to mention the songs Games I Played, which had a stellar arrangement and drum pattern, before saying essentially the whole album was an easy listen, as I had it in the background just playing while I was working on some bow tie creations and stuff. So there's no song I didn't like, and that says a lot. I could listen to it over and over and over again and still get that same feeling like, oh damn, these beats are fire, I wish this artist was on it or something like that. That being said, this album is a perfect listen when you're relaxed and doing something but don't want anything too heavy. It's not lo-fi, but it's a bloody good listen and easy on the ear. If you're in your 30s like me, or maybe a bit older too, this one is a game changer because it takes you back without attaching a popular name to any particular beat, so you appreciate the artistry behind it and you will find a new appreciation for production in those times as well. Angel City has honestly been sitting on gold for about 22 years. Facts. Otherwise, that's it from me. My name is Wemoto, son of Zimbabwe, signing out. This was the African Album Review Podcast. Peace. Dende.
Moto Music, the best place to listen to podcasts about African music online.